What's going on, everybody? Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games, back with some more Teardown shenanigans. If this is your first time hanging out with us, definitely appreciate you stopping by and giving us a little bit of a chance. If you've been following along our Teardown journey, super appreciate you coming back also. Whether it be the base game stuff, maybe some of our modded material, or the Art Vandals campaign, maybe you're new and have been following along our Time Campers, new paid DLC stuff. Either way, super appreciative to have you come back. So, under the guise of full transparency here, I felt overzealous this morning and thought I would try and shoot a couple episodes back to back, and once I popped onto the editing floor here, it turns out that my mic did not record anything. So you're going to see that we've got a couple of additional messages here. It's because I have actually completed both of these missions, but I'm going to replay them so that I can get a proper recording and show you guys kind of where we are, and just to continue along the flow of this campaign here. So with all of that aside now, let's just pop in here. We'll pick up from where we left off in yesterday's episode with a message here from Nils Andre. So we're going to start off. Great news, you have everything needed to fix the Time Camper except for some of the mechanical stuff. With almost everything else in place, all we need right now is a good clock. Our best bet is the Horologium. I don't know. In the clock tower at the mineral ravine. It should do the trick. Now there is a matter of warming up the time circuit, but you will need a separate contraption for that, so let's just focus on the clock for now as I draw up the required schematics. Oh, and beware of the flying debris. It'll be windy today if I remember correctly. It's a good thing you don't have to worry about the balloon people in such weather. I'm off to take care of some old cars for space-time stability related stuff. More instructions will follow once you've got the goods. Good luck. So we're going to pop into this mission called Tumbling Around. Again, full discrepancy here. We're going back to Mineral Ravine. I have since completed this mission. It's not that difficult. You can see we've got 5 objectives already previously completed. It took us a little over 21 minutes. Again, I'm not exactly sure how they determine mission time, because obviously with your quick saves and quick loads, it distorts that a little bit, but we're going to replay this mission here. There isn't really a whole lot to it, if I'm being completely honest up front. There was a couple of strategies that I was trying out the last time I played this, obviously on the botched recording, but really what we're trying to do here with this one, you can see all 5 objectives here are primary targets, so you're going to need to complete all of them to be able to move on to the next mission. And there are 2 of them on our left side. Actually, I guess really only 1 on our left side, kind of 2 in the middle, and then 2 on the right side. There's no alarms that we have to contest with in this one. It is strictly just avoiding the tornado. Now, most of these objectives are fairly easy to get. It's just kind of working around the tornado. This is very similar to a mission in Teardown's base game. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it took place in Frustrum. What was really cool, though, about that one, and what we tried to actually do in our first playthrough of this one, was to utilize some vehicles and deliver all of the objectives at one time. But in this one, you can't really do that. You only have a horse and buggy, and it's uncovered, the horse and buggy is, and you can't really get the horse and buggy across to the other side all that smoothly. So I tried doing that at the very beginning of the episode, again, in the one that we kind of botched the recording, and it just was not worth trying to do. So this one is literally just a very simple kind of go in, collect, and return. There are a couple of objectives that are a little bit more difficult than others, but I'll show you just really quickly here, now that I've got a little bit more of an idea of what's going on. Obviously, this isn't how I would choose to record our playthrough. I like very much showing you everything kind of raw and as we're figuring things out, but again, it's not going to happen this way for this episode or for our next one, to be completely honest and upfront. But either way, though, hopefully, especially since this one kind of took a little bit of messing around and maneuvering, I'm hoping to be able to show this a little smoother this time. So these objects are very heavy and not the easiest. Ooh, that's gonna suck. They are not the easiest to move with, but again, really the biggest thing in this mission is just kind of moving around the tornado. When we tried this last time, we were trying to pull these objectives out of the ravine, and they kept getting stuck on the rocks and stuff here. So you can see we've got a tornado. This might actually help us if it can kind of throw the object out of the ravine again. Get it back up on some dry land. I don't know if this is the one that we were just carrying. Yeah. So I'm hopefully able to pull it up along the edge here. Nice. So I'm hoping to be able to return it before the tornado gets in our way and throws it from us, but you can see here. So we've already got 2 collected rather quickly. Again, these objectives are not that hard to collect. It's really just kind of trying to figure out the best places to cross. We spent a lot of time trying to get a cool little plan together, trying to cross that wooden bridge, and we ended up getting our horse and buggy stuck last time. And realistically, I don't know if you would be able to fit all of the objectives in that carriage anyway, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense spending your time doing it that way. It would cut down on a lot of the kind of running back and forth, but with the amount of time that it takes to try and get the buggy across, I really don't think it's worth it. I don't know what happened to this one. The tornado damage is random every time. Last time we actually had to fish this black cog out of it where it was lodged in the roof. So it's nice to see that it's already out for us. That was due to the tornado here. But it is much heavier than the gold ones. You can see just in how we're having to literally drag it along the ground. That was one of the other issues that we had trying to utilize that wooden bridge last time, is we were trying to drag these objectives across the bridge and they just kept tearing up the wood planks. Now I want to make sure we don't get too close to this tornado because I really don't want to have to go chasing this objective down. Okay, perfect. But you can see that the tornado just randomly kind of spawns. Sometimes it's close, sometimes it's far. You don't really have any control or any real heads up over where it's going to be. So you're really just trying to make the most of the time when the tornado isn't near you. You can see like this cog is getting stuck on a little bit of the rigid pathway here. It even gets stuck on the grass sometimes. Really nice to have these 3 objectives collected already. I can promise you it was not that quick, not that efficient the last time we did this. This little stone bridge here is going to be very important for when we pull this objective out of the ravine. That was such a pain last time. It took us forever to get the tornado to spawn in the ideal position to help us get that out of the ravine. So hopefully it doesn't take as long this time, but we will see. We have one of the cogs up lodged in the corner here, so let's see if we can go ahead and pull that one out. Had to use a shotgun last time to blow the floor out from underneath, but it worked fairly well. We tried a bunch of things in our first go with this one, actually. I'm remembering now, I was trying to use some ropes attached to the horse to try and pull that clock counterweight out from the ravine, and the ropes wouldn't connect at all. I don't even know if that's something that you could actually do anyways, but trying to avoid this tornado at all costs because it's really the only thing that's complicated about this mission. Okay. I didn't think we were that close. Apparently we were. We're going to have a little bit of an issue here now because what would have been an easy pull across this bridge, we now have to fish this out of the water down here. I did not actually notice this cave before though, so that's kind of nice. What's cool about caves, and if you've played the Teardown base game at all, you'll notice that what's cool about the caves is that you're completely covered from all of that wind damage. Now I don't exactly know where this is going to bring us. Okay. Where's the car? Oh, just right there. Okay, so that's sweet. So this is, like I said, you definitely learn something new every time you play this game. There's a different way to complete these missions every time you play, which is very, very cool because it adds so much to the replayability of this game. If that's something that you want to kind of test, if you want to beat specific times, you want to beat our time, you want to beat your times, it's very cool to go back and just test different strategies. Okay, so this is definitely way quicker than we completed 4 objectives before, but this one is far and away the most complicated. It's not even complicated, it's just the most annoying to kind of pull around. So last time, like I said, it took us a long time to get a tornado to spawn down here to be able to throw it up, but now that I know that this cave exists, it is actually very easy. Now this is much heavier than any of the other objectives, except for maybe that black cog. But the shape of it is very awkward. You can see it's pretty long and rigid, and it gets stuck on all of the little kind of nooks and crannies of this rock surface here. But this cave came out to be clutch, because obviously we don't have to contest with the tornado damage at all. With any of its wind, I guess. I keep calling it damage, it's not really that, but this is going to be the most complicated part that we have here, is just fishing it out of the surface here. I might need to make this entrance a little bigger, or the exit a little bigger here, so that I've got some room to pull this out. Awesome. That was way faster, way faster. This probably took us about a half an hour last time. I think I mentioned that off the top. I don't honestly remember. But this is going to be way faster than the last time. And that's with something that I didn't even know existed in the first episode. So I thought I was just going to come into this one kind of showing you guys what we did before because it worked so well, but we were able to come up with an entirely different strategy this time around. You can see here, mission time took us just about 9 minutes. Obviously, this video time is nearing about 12 at this point, so I mean, a little bit of discrepancy there, but I can promise you this is way quicker than what we did the first time. So if you're looking for a quick way out of this mission and to avoid the tornado damage entirely, this is actually going to be really helpful. I would maybe even suggest to, if you're running into a lot of issues with the tornado, to just throw all of your objectives in the ravine and come through that cave there, because you're ending up, you know, kind of right beside your escape vehicle anyways. But either way, though, a quick, short, sweet one for you guys. Hopefully you were able to learn something. Hopefully you were entertained by this even a little bit. Hope to see you in our next Teardown episode. Again, that one is going to be very similar with this one, but I can tell you already that it is a speed run one where everything is connected to the gunpowder boxes. Those are our favorite missions by far, just because the amount of strategy involved. You really kind of can tweak it to what your playstyle is and really just kind of finesse things there. So super stoked to be able to recreate and show you guys how we completed our run last time. So again, we hope to see you in that one. If you like this video, drop a like. If you have a similar situation or a similar solution to what we completed for this mission, drop in the comments. We would love to see it. If you've been enjoying our Teardown content, again, whether it's our new stuff, our old stuff, anywhere in the middle, definitely make sure you're subscribed to Friendly Frenzy Games on YouTube for some of that old stuff, and obviously, of course, as we keep releasing some of our new Teardown Time Campers DLC campaign. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games. We will catch you in the next episode.